And welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Aesop Grem, and we are following Trump Mugshot's adventures as he dodges black magic and would-be assassins to make Azeroth great again. I am giving retail a try for the first time, really, and I'm at a point now that I'm seeing content I've never seen before. This began at the end of the last episode. And so, with nothing further to say, let's just go ahead and jump right back into it. I need to refresh myself with, refresh my memory on where I'm going, what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm here. Oh yeah, that's right. It'll all kind of show up on my map because that's one of the things that retail does for you. It just kind of points you in the right direction. Like this right here, evidently is something I need to go look at. Let's get this guy. What do we have here? Volcanic Geode. I need 6 of these. Okay. Oh, wow, that's interesting.
I need to get closer.
Take that, sucker. 1 of 15. Over here, no. That was the primal elementals, okay.
It's too far away.
Let's go click this. Tonight, my guild gave BWL a shot for the first time. I'm recording this as of early Friday morning. Last night is when the raid and SOD released.
I need a target.
And we made it to, I think, the second, maybe it was the third boss. I don't even know his name, guys. And we could not quite get past him. It was really close, but we got him down to 15%, but subsequent attempts weren't able to even get that far. So there's a couple things that we're kind of missing, and we'll have to give it another shot next week. We did go to ZG, though, and we cleared that. And that was fun, because for me, that's where my guild that I was in back in 04 to 08 was stuck. I was able to do part of ZG, but never all of it. Until tonight. SOD is a totally different animal, and we're all overtuned to Kingdom Come, but still, I got to see content that I've never seen before. And that is continuing right here. So I heard, though, that as Blizz was, I guess, cobbling together War Within or working on it or whatever it was that they were doing, that the latest content patch that they did or something, this happened just recently. Remember, to mark the date for you, I'm doing this as of the release of Blackwing Lair on WoW SOD. So it's September 27th, 2024 right now. And I guess Blizz misplaced, for the retail side of things, they misplaced the code that tracked everybody's items that they had in the guild bank. And basically we're like, I'm sorry guys, it's all gone. It's all gone. It was across the board, like everybody in retail lost all. Yeah, Guild Bank, that's what it was. Not the Vault. I think they're two different things. I don't really know for sure. See, I am at full holy power. What is it that I get to use whenever I'm at full? I thought it was judgment. Oh, no, wait. I think it's shield of righteousness. All right, so we're gonna go whack this guy. Yep, that used a lot of it. All right, what does this sucker do? Divine shield. Okay, this is the bubble. What does this do? Word of glory. That's heals. This is heals. Okay. Uh, 13 to 15, ready for turn-in, quality assurance. That was probably the geode
I
thing.
need to target something first.
It's kind of cool how everybody's able to collect from that. It's kind of like a world quest. Anybody who jumps in is welcome. Okay, done with that one. So I've got the primal earth core. I need a primal molten core now. See if I can avoid that guy. And I need to relight the Brazier of Kinship. What's this right here? Dragon Isles summary. Click to show the Dragon Isles summary. What does that do for me? Expedition level. Oh, that's right. All of this stuff here, this is what, like, this is the kind of stuff I'm interested in. You don't find this in regular World of Warcraft, which is what I'm used to. So this feels a little bit more like Diablo. I'm not super familiar with Diablo 2. I only played Diablo 3. But I remember thinking, like, I got a lot of bang for my buck out of Diablo 3. I was going to college at the time. And don't try to make a judgment off my age based on that. I went to college after I did a whole career in the Air Force. So I was one of those elderly students, right? But Diablo 3 carried me all the way through college. Like, I bought one game and basically played that game whenever I wanted to just relax and let my brain cool down, basically. And it was a really fun game and lots of things to accomplish. And I remember thinking to myself, one of the reasons I liked it so much was it was like a single-player version of World of Warcraft, which really appealed to me. I actually don't really do MMOs very often.
I don't have a target.
Ooh, got burned. And that's what this is feeling like. And from what I hear, especially with the War Within package, is that that's pretty much what it is. You have the option if you want to. Like, that's really neat to me also, that there's flexibility. You can play this game on your own. You can hire dungeon followers, NPCs.
I'm out of range.
And go do a dungeon all on your own, which is one of the reasons that I want to be a tank, right? I kind of want to see that from the tank perspective and let my NPCs do the damage. But if you feel like doing higher versions of that content, I guess the Mythic Plus stuff is what it is. You would group up with real people for that. But it's limited, and you don't have to stay that way all the time. You can take it in small doses. Well, to me, that sounds cool, you know? Look, this is another thing. You don't have to tag a monster before anybody else so that you get the loot and then everybody else gets frozen out of it, right? But you're on your way and that's what counts. Instead, everybody can pick up that objective that they're after. I like that. What do we have going on over here? There are friendlies. Is this where I started out at? Amelia. I don't know how I would say that name. I would expect that to have an A at the end, and it would be Beloka. But, she's an archaeologist. Okay, yeah, this is the camp.
Stay focused on our mission. Never stop training.
Okay. I still haven't gotten the brazier. I'll have to consult my map and see where map tells me to go.
How are ya?
Always be crafting.
See you soon.
I'm gonna build a nice grand helmet first. No, a hammer. No, a big hammer.
Safe travels.
Croon's eyes open wide as you hand him the primal cores. Incredible. This is the best day in me life.
Off with you.
Welcome, friend. Please be careful, friend.
Thank you for your help. Trump mugshot. If you ever need items crafted, the Artisans Consortium is here to provide.
Dionysa Ka.
I'll have to find out exactly what that means. What all they can do for me eventually. Okay, we got another point in the main paladin tree. What am I going to do with this? I had gone to Crusader Aura so that I could get greater judgment, I think is what I was going for. Judgment causes the target to take 40% increased damage from your next holy power ability, and multiple applications may overlap. Divine Steed and Fist of Justice. Each holy power spent reduces the remaining cooldown on Hammer of Justice by 1 second. I don't really tend to use Hammer of Justice a lot. I suppose I probably should. But I'm going to grab Greater Judgment. And then my next couple points are probably going to be up here so that I can get Cleanse Toxins. I just feel like that would probably be a good thing to have. And that'll give me Lay on Hands also, which I'm not too concerned with. Hammer of Wrath hurls a divine hammer that strikes an enemy for 238 holy damage, only usable on enemies that have less than 20% health. Okay. Well, I may want to get that as well. So as you can tell, I'm not using any suggestions. I haven't consulted the internet. I'm just kind of playing the game, you know, and seeing how things unfold. This is far from optimal, of course, and that's by choice. Let's see. I need to go northwest, well, northeast, I guess is what it would be. So, that direction. Well, that was right out where I was at, I thought. I guess I just didn't see the quest. Maybe not, no, because I didn't see the ocean. I think we went that way. So it's going to be this thing right here. The Brazier of Kinship. Can you imagine living back in the day when obviously there wasn't like central heating and air conditioning and stuff, and you're just exposed to the elements. Or especially if your architecture was kind of like that of old Rome, where you have a lot, or Greece, where you have a lot of open air. Like the columns, you have columns and you have roofs, but you don't really have walls. Things like this, these giant braziers would be places of extreme comfort and warmth.
May this brazier once more guide every peaceful denizen of Azeroth to these shores.
And it would symbolize that as well. So if you were way off coming in like that ship right there, and you saw this, or like a lighthouse, this would all be symbols of comfort, home. We can get a place in an inn, have a nice warm meal for once. It's been like 3 months, you know, stuff like that. Excuse the mess, ready for turn-in. Okay, so we're going to go do that, and then try to find out where we're supposed to go next.
Welcome to the Dragon Isles. Please enjoy your time here.
Alright, the embassy is looking better already. Is every human as helpful as you are? I can't wait to meet more.
It was nice to meet you.
It is truly an honor to be the first member of the Dragonflights to welcome you to these shores. I am Cadet Syndrax. Please forgive my nerves. This is my first assignment. Okay, that I remember reading that.
I'm always here to help.
I have never known the Major Domo to be late to anything, much less this late to something this important. Most unusual. I could use my emergency signal flare to alert them to your arrival. Oh, we got more of that gender-neutral language, I guess. This unnecessarily confuses things. It's not really... It's grammatically correct in the right context. But this isn't that context. This actually was making me think, wait a minute, plural? I thought we were talking about a singular person, and then now there's plural, and it threw me off. It didn't take me long because I know what these weirdos are doing. But that's what this is about here. I could use my emergent. They don't want to say he or she. Signal flare to alert them to your arrival. Then they would, same thing, come rushing to greet you immediately. I've never fired my emergency signal flare before, though. Convince Syndrax to hire. See, they don't mind using it here, but they're trying to be representative, right? That's what sucks, is that these games, I don't even think, I think sometimes, in some cases, probably not whenever this was made, where we would be closer to present day. It's more nefarious. There's people getting paid in the background, or they're coerced, or threatened, or capital is being threatened to be withheld, and the only way that you can get your game done is to agree to do some things like this. I have the feeling that at the point in time this was written, that this was done more with like a kind heart, trying to be like, well, let's just try to give everybody some representation. And I can understand that, except whenever it introduces total chaos and confusion into a society, and it kind of destroys your language. You know, that's kind of where I draw a line. I'm like, wait a minute, you can't say yes to everybody. You know, I mean, at some point in time, it's not like you're telling them to go jump off a cliff or anything. You're just saying, look, live in the world with us. Nobody's shunning you, but don't make us bend over backwards, you know, to try and accommodate you on your every whim. Convince Syndrax to fire her emergency signal flare to alert the dragons of your arrival. All right,
Please enjoy your time here.
Oh, we have to convince her. Some more dialogue.
Do you need my help? We were trained to only use these signal flares if the situation is dire.
All right.
But I suppose this is a type of emergency.
Well, we're wanting to do a wellness check.
There. Major Domo Silistra will arrive soon.
Does the Major Domo personally respond to every call for help?
Oh, yes. In times of trouble, there is no one Queen Alexstrasza trusts more.
Here they come!
Incredible.
Rathian and Karatau.
Look
Now,
who we have here.
that's a they,
We saw the flare and assumed the worst. What is wrong, Cadet Sendrax?
because it's multiples,
Majordomo,
right? This is
the
a
new
player,
arrivals
actually.
were wondering where you were, and I thought...
I see. There was a reason for our absence. An ancient rival, the Jarradin, have stirred to violence once again. Dragonheart Outpost has already fallen.
Okay.
Do you trust me?
Well then, Drummugjat, what do you say? Do you fancy a fight alongside your newfound dragon acquaintances? I assure you there is no quicker way to earn their trust. Alright,
The Black Talon are always watching.
here's Major Domo.
We call the strong to protect the weak.
We cull the strong to protect the weak. Okay, that's like a defend the defenseless idea, right? Not really. I don't really like that phrase. Like, when you're defending the defenseless, that inherently includes in it the concept of you are fighting the aggressor. To cull the strong in order to do what to the weak? Raise the weak? Is that contains within it the idea of arbitrary choice. Like, you have this quality, so we're going to thin you out so that these people at the lower levels can rise up or something like that, you know? That's interesting.
The Queen's blessings upon you.
All right, I wish we'd time more for more pleasant introductions, but we can't all be Chronormu, can we? I am Silistra, Majordomo to Alexstrasza, the Lifebinder, Queen of the Dragons. Queen Alexstrasza asked me to convey her kindest regards, and alright, so Alexstrasza is a her. Kindest regards and escort you to her at the life pools. But I'm afraid I must ask for your assistance before we go meet her. Our ancient rivals, the Jarradin, have awoken from their slumber under the earth and have already assaulted a nearby outpost. Oh, so they are aggressing. Well, they woke up from a long slumber and they're like, what the heck is going on? This is our domain. That's what it sounds like. Receive your orders from Majordomo Silistra. Okay, accept. What else are we gonna get? Reputation.
Your rival is not always your enemy.
How can I help defend against
I
the
will await you.
Jarradin?
Cadet Sendrax, escort the adventurer to Commander Lethanak outside Dragonheart Outpost. Assist with the evacuation of the whelplings and wounded.
Yes, Majordomo!
Rathian and I will take to the skies and keep the Jarradin contained inside Scalecracker Keep.
Do hurry along, champion. After all, we wouldn't want the battle to be over before you even arrive.
Rightio.
Engage only when the whelplings and wounded are secure. The rest of the visitors must remain here until it is safe to leave the embassy.
Oh, I'm gonna miss all the fun.
There's plenty to study here before we move on, Toddy.
We each have a duty before us. By wing or by talon, see it done.
Okay, so now we talk to Sendrax.
Ready to serve.
It is truly an honor. Okay, I've read that.
I'm always here to help.
This is not good.
It was nice to meet you.
Renowned, too. Oh, I got another backpack, it looks like. 12 slot. That's good. I've only read of the Jarradin in books. Ancient rivals to the dragons, powerful giants with mastery over earth and lava, dedicated wholly to hunting dragons to extinction. Wow. Wow, I wonder why that is. Sendrax furrows her brow at the distant volcano. My instructor said that they hadn't been seen since the dragons left as they slumbered deep in the earth. If they've awoken, every whelpling on the Isles is in danger. Follow me, I'll take us to Commander Lethanak at the Dragonheart Outpost. Okay, so we are dealing with aggressors. These are mortal enemies by nature.
I'm always here to help.
We'll launch expeditions to every corner of these isles as soon as it's safe to do so.
Oh, where's the fun in being safe?
Is this a new ability? No, Word of Glory. It feels, let's see, I hit level 14. So So did I get a new... Oh, yeah, it was the... It just enhanced my judgment. Yeah, now it reads, causes them to take 40% increased damage from your next holy power ability. And it generates 1 holy power. It did that before also. Okay, so we're going to mount up on the Griffin. I thought I was going to be able to fly. Ask Syndrax to lead the, lead you to the outpost.
The Dragon Isles.
Let's go, Syndrax.
Move swiftly. Dragonheart Outpost isn't far. According to legend, the Jarradin are the dragon's most formidable rivals.
Okay.
They were ruthless and powerful, killing countless dragons in ancient times. When the dragons left, and the land went dormant, so too did the Jarradin slumber.
So their entire life purpose is to kill dragons.
The land itself reawakens with glorious life. May we never tire of its beauty. We Dragonids have stayed vigilant as we safeguarded the Oath Stones, symbols of the Dragonflight's power. The return of the Jarradin will test us to the limit. May we prove worthy of the challenge. Commander Lethenak, Cadet Syndrax and ally reporting on the Majordomo's orders.
Anything to report?
We'll make the best of this defeat. Let's start out with this one. Overwhelming force applied directly, force on force, and may the strongest survive. There's a simplicity to their battle plan that I appreciate. I can't wait to strike back once we've secured our vulnerable.
Protect your allies. For the Lifebinder.
Reporting for duty, I will take what reinforcements I can get. We must act swiftly.
Dismissed.
Okay, so this is a chance for us to prove ourselves, I guess, as a race. We're a representative of humanity here. And, well, I say that. I think the game would have you think in larger terms. We're a representative of both the Horde and the Alliance, actually.
Report back.
We may not have the power to take back our outpost, but we do not have to surrender without a fight. Show them we still have teeth. I'm going to get some cool stuff for it.
For the Lifebinder. Dismissed.
Deliver whelps from evil. They descended upon us before we could even respond. My guards held as long as they could as we evacuated the young and helpless. But I fear that there are more within the outpost. Cross that bridge and search for survivors. Okay, so this is where we're going to save this episode. One thing I want to mention is that I think I talked about this in the last episode too. I would really love for a game to come out with a tale, a fantasy tale anchored in traditional Western legend, because it's a little hard to describe, but there's so much. You're tying into an entire lexicon of meaning with that's been built up over centuries, right? So you really have the opportunity to tell not only a good story, but a story that resonates and draws on stuff that we can't even really name because it's latent, because it's saturated in the culture. But we haven't seen it for a long time, so it's starting to go away. And what I mean by this is that, look at this. Look at who we're fighting for. We're fighting for dragons. They're the good guys. And we're going against giants who are the bad guys because they seem to have their sole reason for existing is to destroy the good and noble dragons, right? So look at this quest. We're going to go rescue who? We have to defend the defenseless. This is a knightly, noble kind of task, right? It's supposed to make you feel like a hero. They descended upon us before we could even respond, so that's naked aggression. My guards held as long as they could, so that's heroic bravery in the face of overwhelming odds. As we evacuated the young and helpless, right? So there's young and helpless here. These guys right here died to try and rescue as many as possible. But I fear that there are more within the outpost. So we're going to go save what? Whimpering whelplings. So everything about this quest is set up right, except that the dragons are the good guys. I want to see something where the dragons are the evil. From the days of the old, like, Cinderella or knightly tales, you know, of fantasy and fiction that were written in the medieval ages and stuff like ties into things like that. Look, where do you think this entire motif comes from?
Protect your allies.
The shield, the armor, right? That's all anchored into what it is I'm talking about. So I would just like to see a game that ties back directly into that instead of trying to reverse things. Dragons traditionally represent evil, not good. And somewhere along the lines, probably because it felt like the thing got played out, so let's go a different direction. They went with something else, but now it's this that's played out. And I'd like to see a return back to the traditional understandings of this stuff, because at this point in time, that's fresh and new again. It's kind of the concept of everything comes full circle. So anyway, again, I'm Aesop Grem. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. More importantly, I hope all is well in your neck of the woods, and I'll see you in the next episode where this story continues.